to the Jimmy White here Power Hour. This is Friday, November 14th, and we had to do some creative management because we were rushing back from a wonderful meeting we just had at City Hall. Thank you to Mayor Small, Marty Small, and thank you to Vice President of City Council Kaleem Shabazz and Councilwoman Maria Laka for allowing us to access. You got to close the door. Could you close the door, brother?
Sure.
Access City Hall to host a wonderful meeting that we had with the Greater Atlantic City Greater Chamber of Commerce Chairwoman Barbara DeMarco, and we had some very studious individuals from IBM who came to town to talk to us about smart city technology. Mayor Small was at the meeting, Kaleem Shabazz, Clint Walden from Planning and Development, Pamela Thomas Field from Planning and Development, Chief of Police, James Sarkos, and Chief of Fire Department, Scott Evans. Thank you all very much. And Hard Rock representative was there, and Resorts representative was there, and we all came together to talk about how we can take the current technology that the mayor has in place here and how we can use that technology to make Atlantic City function smarter, more efficiently, etc. And one of the pieces of the puzzle is artificial intelligence. So I'm very lucky and blessed and happy that a dear friend and colleague of mine, Ken Watson, has joined us, and Ken is going to talk to us a little bit about AI because he currently has a business that I believe you teach AI. Are you teaching AI, or how would you phrase it, Ken?
I teach AI. I work with business owners, business leaders to help them put together AI strategies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a study came out from MIT this year, back in the spring, that 95% of the AI programs that these companies are putting in place, these enterprises, are failing. Only 5% is successful, and it's primarily because of the architecture. You know.
To say that again, 95% of the businesses.
95% of the AI projects that are started by businesses, small and large, are failing. Only 5% are successful, and it's more of a strategy, problem, and putting together and architecting the systems. So my company now, Clarity AI Strategy, is to help business leaders put together successful strategies and implementation of AI.
And your company is called Clarity AI Solutions?
AI Strategy.
Strategies.
Right.
And you're located in New Jersey.
Located in New Jersey, in Oak Ridge, and offices in Matawan. But and it's clarityaistrategy.com. If you go to the website, you can see some of the several services that we offer. And also, if you want further information, you can just sign up, and I can actually set up a 30-minute call with you and a business leader and just talk about AI because it's so significant right now. And even though it seems like it's just coming out, it's been around since 1954. Yeah.
AI, artificial intelligence, has been around since 1964?
1954.
54?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been around a long time, but as the algorithms are getting smarter and smarter, and now they have more and more hard drive space to actually put these large language models on. You know.
So what type of AI was going on in 1954 compared to the AI that we see going on today? What's the difference between then and now?
Well, I would just classify all of that between 1954 and leading up to 2020 or so. We'll call that traditional AI. You know, neural networks, artificial intelligence, when the name evolved, all the different ways that they were trying to get computers to, you know, help and be smarter and be equivalent to people. And you've heard, like, the IBM had the chess computer and these different computers that were playing people and, you know, becoming better. So those are all different generations of AI. And they became smarter and smarter and smarter. but to get all of the algorithms to work, because the problem was memory. You could have memory for a certain period of time, and even now they can only keep it for a certain amount of time, and then it forgets, and it's just most recent information that's there that is utilizing. And then transformers came out, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and that started to be able to enhance the computer memory to remember what it learned before. And so now we've come to a generation where you see ChatGPT, which is the one we got all the commercial press, and made books. They were able to put and to access that memory. But the AI that you saw coming up to that was on your cell phone, and all of this is predictive. All it does is predict the next word. Looking at all of the English or the language models that it looks at, it's just able to predict the next word. Like when you use it on your telephone, you start typing something in and it'll put the next word in there, and that's all it's really doing is just predicting the next word in the sequence of languages.
Interesting. Now, your website again is what?
Clarity AI, ClarityAIstrategy.com.
ClarityAIstrategy.com. And someone could go to your site and learn about the training, because you do training too, right? For individuals as well as for small businesses?
I do training for individuals and small businesses, and they just fill in the information. They can set up a 30-minute call with me where I just sit and ask them what problems are they trying to solve with AI, and determine how I can help them with their.
And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been doing AI for 3 or 4 years.
Did you used to work with IBM, or you worked with a major bank on Wall Street or something?
Yeah, I've been in technology like 35 years.
And who were you working for at the time?
So,
Goldman Sachs or something?
Well, JP Morgan Chase.
JP Morgan Chase, okay.
For 20 years, I worked for IBM. I worked for Swiss Bank Corp, and I have my own business as well. So I've been doing technology.
So let me ask you this: since you're a bit of a AI genius more than me, what were your thoughts about this discussion we had today with IBM and how we can integrate Atlantic City's smart technology that Mayor Small has put in place to make Atlantic City's technology more efficient and smarter?
Yeah, so I think the speaker hit it right on the head. You have casino systems, you have the city systems, you have private systems, you have all these different systems together, and they can't talk to each other. Okay, and so and they're all on, we'll just call them proprietary systems. And so how do we make them talk together? And so do you go in and retool all these systems? That's going to be very inefficient and ineffective. And so I see IBM building bridges to each of these technologies so they can actually talk to each other, and now they can aggregate the data in one place. So it's once you define the problem. So today we had people defining the problem and the issues that they saw, and now you take that data and we break out into committees. We clarify what the problem is. Once we have a problem statement, now you can kind of reverse engineer into a system that can talk together and help solve some of the homelessness problems here.
So reverse engineering Atlantic City's technology so that it can be more efficient technology?
Yeah, so generally what you try to do is get a problem and just say, okay, this is the problem, okay, there's the problem, let me reverse that, how it got there, and now let me start fixing the things along the way to come up with a solution. So
that's why we were talking about homeless as a case.
As a use case. And so I remember JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon recently said at a conference back in the spring, we have 600 use cases for the bank. And so those are all different problems that they're trying to solve and put more efficiency into the process and come up with solutions for them.
Interesting. Yeah, this whole AI thing and robotics and the science of it all, I love it. I don't fear it. Some people say it scares them.
Yes.
People think that it's going to take jobs away from them.
Yes.
But But I'm thinking, and tell me if I'm wrong, well, learn about it because even if there's going to be AI and robotics, there's got to be a human who can help that stuff work, correct?
Yeah. So there'll always be humans in the middle. All right. The AI is going to bring efficiency. It's going to force people to reskill and get new skills and do new jobs. Some jobs, any job that's a repeatable process, can be replaced by AI. And the next level up now, we heard about robotics in factories replacing the factory workers, but now with these large language models, now they're replacing the white collar workers. And so now they are going to need to start reskilling, retraining, and becoming AI literate. I heard
That's the first step, literacy.
literacy, and you want to get on it today, not tomorrow, because corporations like J.P. Morgan Chase, a number of the departments now, and there's several companies inside of J.P. Morgan Chase, and I read 3 of them so far. You're not going to get a job at J.P. Morgan Chase anymore if you're not AI literate. Shopify, one of the largest stores, everybody buys stuff on Shopify. Their chairman just said, if you're not AI literate, you're not going to work here anymore.
Well, see, what you just said is the same thing that we try to help our cyber guardian trainees understand. Okay, everybody wants a job.
Yes.
What we're doing here is workforce training in cybersecurity. We are not Job Corps. It's not like we have a drawer full of jobs that once you finish the training, you can walk and get a job. No, it's not like that. You still gotta, excuse my language, you gotta bust your butt, and take what you learn here, add it to your resume, and now your resume has something it didn't have before that other people don't have who you're competing against for those jobs, right?
Right.
And what you're saying is not only did the cybersecurity workforce training, but also incorporate the AI literacy. So now you walk to that interview with what you used to do over the last 10 years, but now you can say you got this cybersecurity training and some AI training, and that gives you a competitive edge against somebody else who doesn't have any of that, correct?
That's correct, because, a lot of times when I change careers, I work at jobs, is that, where's the technology today? Let me learn that, and then I can learn backwards, But the new stuff, the experienced people don't know it because they haven't been taught it.
Right.
And they can't get to it because they're busy with their day jobs. And the new stuff, you're the expert coming in. And what AI does is just make you a lot more efficient. In other words, I can now, if I use ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, the names keep changing, right?
Right.
But I can go there and now learn how to get information out there. And so in the Cyber Guardians, combined with AI, you're giving them critical thinking skills. I know how to solve a problem. With computers, there are 10 pieces to a computer. So I know if I have to troubleshoot a computer, take it apart. 30 years ago I started, I can figure out by just replacing stuff and figure out what the problem is.
Right.
So once you start getting those critical age skills, you now know how to solve a problem. This is what's not working. What are the elements? Okay, I got a speaker going into that mixer. Let me pull that out. Let me set it. Oh, let me just push the button up. Oh, now it's working, right? So it's just, so you just learn that critical skill, how to solve problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 1 minute break, and we're going to come back and we're going to have some more discussion with my dear friend Ken Watson about the name of your company again is?
ClarityAIstrategy.com
.com.
.com.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about it some more because we constantly, on the Jim Whitehead Power Hour, I told you, this is about how do we make more money. And the visuals in this booth is money, because whether it's education or it's nonprofits or it's technology or it's doing like Martin Luther King Jr. said, street sweepers who should sweep their streets the way Michelangelo carved marble out of sculpture. We want everybody to be the best they can be, because the better you can be, the better opportunity you have to make money. And that's what it's about. It's about making money. It's about using technology and cybersecurity workforce training and the training that Kim Watson provides, which when we come back, we're going to give you some more information on how you can contact him, learn about his services, how his services can help you enhance your services and make more money. So stand by. We'll be right back if I figure out how to do this. do one thing. I gotta cut the music off. Mm. Okay, welcome back to the Jimmy Whitehead Power Hour with my dear friend Ken Watson from your company,
Clarity AI strategy.
Clarity,
Clarity
Clarity AI
AI
Strategies.com. You go there, you'll see Ken has a service that he's talking to us about. And the service is teaching individuals, small businesses, and big businesses about AI and how to use it. Let me see something. So we just got the audience to applaud Ken. There's really a button on the system, right? So Ken, back to what we were talking about. So who is your course designed for in terms of the age group? What's the age group that can use your course? And uh, I know you have fees, different fees for individuals and different fees for small businesses, etc. You want to tell us a little bit about how somebody could, register and become an AI specialist with your organization?
Right. So, fee, fee structure varies depending on the client. So I won't talk about fees, but I'll talk about services. And then as we have conversations, I can, help them find the right thing for themselves. And so as I'm sitting here looking at Jimmy Whitehead's studio, because right now my class is live, but I am putting in the studio so I can do some more things online because this class now has like 55 people, and um, I couldn't get any more in the room.
55 people now?
55 people.
Wow.
Yeah, because again,
In a classroom, a virtual classroom,
in a live classroom,
or a live classroom.
live classroom.
Oh, wonderful.
And so,
But you do virtual classes too?
well, my studio now will be doing virtual classes.
Okay,
So
got
again,
you.
that's something for 2026 January.
Sure.
Launching the studio.
Which is right around the corner.
Yeah, just to get more people because it's so critical, and people are starting to realize that if they don't become artificial intelligence limited, they're going to be out of a job. Or, as I tell people, one of the ways to help stay in your job is that become the AI advocate. I know AI. Let me do stuff with AI. Start using AI, and anything that you do now, ask yourself, how can I do this with AI? And if I'm able to do it with AI, it's going to make me more efficient. It's going to make me get my work done more completely and allow me to be more creative and to come up with better ideas on how to operate my business or work in the business.
So, for the average individual in
Yes.
Atlantic City, Atlantic County, New Jersey, anywhere in America, um, the age group that this is appropriate for, what age group would you say your training is targeted towards? Is it
So,
workforce age or is
yeah.
it college age and all above? Or?
Yeah. So when I start each class, my icebreaker is have you used a computer for? I just ask a series of questions so I can gauge where they are. So I've been teaching technology since 1996, 97.
Mhm.
So I was a Microsoft certified trainer, adult education. I did all that. So just trying to find out the level of the people because generally I find the younger people a lot more literate than the older people.
Yes, yeah.
And that's I taught how to use PCs. I taught how these are all things I did on the side. And so each person is different, but just getting over the fear and bring them up to a certain level. So right now the class is probably this class is like 26 to about 60.
26 to 60.
60. And one lady asked could she bring a daughter, and the daughter must have been like 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
She had better questions than the adults.
Sure.
And one of the things that I'm really passionate about is younger people learning technology. Because if you listen to the stories about all of these new companies with YC and all these companies that are coming out, these are kids 18, 19, 20.
What is a YC?
It's a YC connector. So this is a
Okay.
company that incubates similar to what you're doing, incubating
Mhm.
companies, startups, and helping them ask the right questions and bring their product to market.
Mhm.
So they even before Series A, they just get a group in and out in Palo Alto, out west. But now they help guide them with these these startups now, these kids are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, starting $10 million companies, $100 million companies if their product takes off.
Hmm.
So I'm passionate about getting some of us that are that to start the kids younger in our communities to start learning AI and math skills so that they can now come up with these particular programs. Vibe coding, you don't have to be a computer expert anymore or even a programmer. You can actually, with vibe coding, say it in plain English.
Vibe coding,
Vibe coding,
VIBE.
VIBE.
Hmm.
Say it in English what you want it to do, and it writes the programs for you. Write all of the code
Wow,
for you, write all the code for you,
really,
and give you an application.
really,
And so to get the kids learning with that, where their minds are open, as oh, I can
yeah,
start this business, that business. I watch your grandson. I'm like, say, on your podcast, it's like,
yeah.
wow, he could come up with the next $1 million company at his age just by thinking about how to use it differently because their minds have nothing to do but schoolwork and so it's terrific. Matter of fact, um, in the class I taught them last week, the week before last, I taught them how to um, be able to use ChatGPT
Hmm.
to question you about a topic. So if you're in a finance class, a math class, you can actually program just a chatbot, simple chatbot that you can actually make to question you on that question to prepare you for your next test.
Hmm.
Or what I want people to understand right now is a lot of this technology is free.
Hmm.
They have a free version right now because they're trying to get market share. So if you jump in right now, you can learn so many different things. Like I said, there are like 34, 35,000 programs out there, but they all have the free versions. So you can actually use these free versions, learn it, understand it, and by the time they reach market penetration enough where they're going to start charging for 100% of the stuff, you've
Hmm.
already learned that too. You can use it for video, make movies. You can use it to make artwork. You can use it to make music. All these things that you can actually do for free right now. Create your own music studio. So I just want to try and encourage people, and especially the young people, to start using technology now.
You said something. Grayson, my grandson,
Yes,
my business partner.
yes.
Um,
I saw the very first podcast.
right. When I was his age, 13,
Right.
I was not talking about millions, making millions. He's 13 years old, and that's one of his primary focuses is to
Yes.
make millions.
Yes.
He has business ideas. He has engineering projects he's working on. He's always trying to hustle something on online sales.
Right. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Like when he finished wearing tennis shoes, he sells the old tennis shoes online.
Right.
So I think with what you're doing and teaching youth about AI, if they already have a mindset to be an entrepreneur or to be extremely wealthy, and they have the mindset to deal with this AI stuff better than somebody my age,
Right.
um, how do you see using AI with someone young like 13 and 14 and 15, engaging them? Because it seems like they would be geniuses at the stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, now with the tools, I mean, uh, Shopify, they have a whole AI interface now. I mean, right now there are uh, resellers that you could become and just resell existing products already. I mean, and now if you resell not my product, but just say it was my product,
Right.
and my price point was high enough, say my cost was $2,000, and you became a reseller of my course, you can make $1,000
Mm-hmm.
for each person that signs up for my course because
Mm-hmm.
you're the reseller. You took it to a whole new market.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of me paying marketing dollars to Facebook and Instagram and all these places, I just pay you a commission every time you sign somebody up. So you can become an affiliate marketer for not only myself, but you can actually search affiliate marketing sites out there and just find now just pick out products that you can now resell. Put up a splash page and just put a link to their sites, and it comes from you, goes to them, you get the check.
Which,
So,
speaking of doing it that way, when we just had this little weekend scare about a cold front and the snow was moving its way and everything.
Right.
So Grayson already has his snow tools, shovels and stuff.
Right.
We went and got some Timberland boots,
Right.
so his feet would be warm. But he had a whole plan of action that when it snowed, he was going to do exactly what you said. He was going to delegate about 5 to 10 of his other friends out there to go hand out his flyers about shoveling this,
Right.
and then he would shovel it for $20. But
Right.
then he'll give that guy an affiliate $5 for the lead.
Right. Right. Yeah. My daughter did the same thing when she was younger. Her and her girlfriends, until they had to actually shovel it, so that was too much work. So
Really, yeah.
they went to something else.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they did do shoveling for that day. Yeah. But no, it's definitely just the business acumen, and it's not even the act of making millions. It's just that you thought of a business,
Right.
you put together a business plan, you executed a plan, you got supplies, you
Yeah.
got this, you got that.
You're making a living.
Right. You're making
A nice living.
Right. I mean, giving away my age, but when we were younger,
Yeah.
hey, I lived next to a body company, ABC Body Company.
Right.
They have lunch. I go next door, get all the bottles, wash them out, take
Right.
them, and get the money back.
Yeah. The bottles used to be what, 2 cents a
2 cents,
piece?
2 cents a piece. I
Yeah,
get the money
5
back
cents.
out,
Yeah.
Go across the street to the barber shop when I
Yeah.
was like 5 years old. I could cross the street,
Right.
sweep the barber shop. I got paid. I got my hair cut too. But
Yeah.
it's just so now they just have better tools, and
Yeah.
and the thing about the internet, especially, is there's a book you can read called about the long tail of the internet.
Hmm.
I used to only could find people in my neighborhood, but now with the long tail of the internet, I can find people across the world that use
Mhm.
my service and buy my service.
Hmm.
So if I get two people here in every country, all of a sudden I got a lot more money.
Wow. Well, Brother Kent, I'm glad that you could join us
Yeah.
today. And you have something you want to say?
I want to
Yeah.
say one more thing.
Yeah, please do.
And so there are a lot of stories about the internet and being scared of AI and different things like that. And I was here for the internet age, bubble, and everything else. But AI is not going to go anywhere, no matter how scary it is, because there are not enough people in the developed countries in the world
Mm.
to replace our generation that's going.
Mhm.
So they need people. So that's the whole push for robotics in China. Remember, China had that one-child policy.
Right.
So they don't have enough people now. So they're pushing robotics. They have robotics in high school. They have
Interesting.
robots in hospitals now
Interesting.
because they need
have a
workforce.
shortage.
They have a shortage of
Yes.
workforce. And as we
Wow.
continue to retire,
Wow.
notice they changed the retirement age now pushing up to 65, 67, 69.
Wow.
They can't replace us as we're
Mhm.
leaving. So AI is here to stay, even though the world population has 8 billion people in the developed countries, Europe, United States, all these developed countries, Russia, there's a shortage of people. So they now have to get AI working and
Interesting.
very efficiently. So again, learn AI, jump in AI, any place you can find, any tool, start using it, and just keep asking yourself the same question: how can I do this with AI? And if you figure out a way to do it with AI, you will be a lot more quicker, efficient, and more valuable to your company, and also the development of your solo career or whatever business that you're trying to put together.
And your business will teach people how to do this.
My business will teach people how to do that. The 55 people, they're all business owners, and they're all, wow, I can do this.
Are they all from New Jersey or from around?
They're all from New Jersey because it's a live class.
Okay. Oh, a live class, right.
Right. So they're all from New Jersey. We meet every other week. And what they're learning is like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. Now they're coming back and saying, oh, I tried this. And I created this whole business presentation. I mean, Google deep research, type in a prompt, comes back, gives you a whole business plan. You don't know how to prompt, go to Prompt Genie, type in what you want to learn. Prompt Genie give you an entire prompt, 64, 24 lines. Pop it into ChatGPT, you got a business plan. So these are all free tools I can use. Now with Prompt Genie, you can only do one a day on the free plan, but every day if I put a question in there, it gives me the prompt, I put it in ChatGPT. So as you start chaining these together, and the thing is that prompting one question at a time, LLMs, is becoming passe because now agents are coming out.
Hmm.
And agents, when you put a prompt in, so this is called generic AP, generative AP, AI, you put in a question, it gives you back an answer.
Mhm.
This large language model. Agentic AI, these are agents. These agents can reason. You give them a problem, it figures out all the questions and comes back with an answer.
Mhm.
So agentic AI is moving forward, and again, you can use that free and ChatGPT. All of them, Google, all of them have an agent, and they do have a free version and a paid version for all these things. But again, um, learn Chat GPT, sorry, generative AI with the prompts and chatbots, but quickly go over to agents and agentic agents because now you have a business idea, give it to an agent. I mean, it can do so many things on its own. It can call other agents as well,
Mm.
and actually they work together.
Now, is the agent actually an AI agent or is it a real person agent?
It's an AI agent.
Gotcha.
So now the reason why the business owners are in my class is because now they can have a agent for travel, an agent for banking. So they can create all these agents, and they can all do individual things, but they can talk to each other.
Mm,
So instead of one agent, now you have a swarm of agents. And you're
interesting.
not, and what does it cost you? 20 cents
Wow.
for these agents to have them running. And so again, as you start building your business and your grandson build a business and you start building a business, they can have free virtual workers pretty much. These agents that go out and do things.
Well, let me just, I'm going to have you do this again where I can do a split screen with you for your,
Right.
and you have like some slides or something that you use in terms of marketing and explaining this with some visuals, some visual props.
Oh, yeah, I definitely have slides. I
Okay.
have presentations. I have, definitely. And a lot of times when I start speaking, the last time I just had a slide in this game. So I definitely have marketing.
Okay. Well, we're going to have a follow-up discussion about this, brother. And we're also going to work together on this smart city technology stuff,
Oh yeah, I definitely have some ideas.
Yeah.
I.
IBM is huge.
Oh,
They have IBM has invested over $9 billion in quantitative data and analytics stuff. $9 billion.
Yeah. Chase has put 6 billion in.
$6 billion
And
to
they're doing
that kind of stuff.
And they're doing $2 billion a year now.
Wow.
And so, but yeah, I used to work for IBM. So
Yeah.
But so definitely big company. Definitely the way that you want to go is just incorporate AI into everything that you do.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, somebody else will, and they're going to take your market and your business.
Well, I want to learn a little bit about AI, but I want to learn a lot more about this podcast system I'm trying to navigate. I'm still,
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but it's going to get better and better.
Well, listen, you just open up Copilot or ChatGPT and say that my mixer is not my mixer brand or whatever else.
Well, I'm gonna have to learn because you see, I'm trying to just navigate the little ports here right now.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing good.
And to add something else, that's gonna be another brain cell.
Hey, look, I'm gonna have you over help me build my city.
Look, but thank you, brother. I love you, man,
All right.
and we're gonna do some great things together. Okay,
Oh, it's great.
Atlantic City. I want to thank brother Watson for joining us this evening. He's going to join us again in the future. And again, that website is clarityaistrategy.com. Check it out. We're going to have the brother here in the future to continue to have this discussion because our focus is the same focus that Mayor Small's focus is, creating more innovative platforms and pathways to help make Atlantic City the greatest oceanfront city in America again. So this is Jimmy Whitehead coming to you from the Power Hour. Thank you. Have a wonderfully blessed weekend and check in with me next Friday because we're going to keep talking about how to empower individuals, how to make money, and how to be the best that we can be. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. See what I'm trying to figure out what I got to get to here and in stream.